Hello everybody, and welcome back to Court Farms. It's June, and you know what that means. We can't open our gate. There we go. Yeah, eventually. It means... Are we in harvest season? I just want to... Essentially, we can at least get some hay started beginning of June, so we could do the outside of here. However, there's not exactly a lot of it, is there? I don't know how many bales we could probably squeeze from this field. It is a large field, but it stops there. Okay. And the thing is, obviously, if we did cut this... Is that our environmental score? We would have the outside of this now showing. What's got our score so low? Oh, I wouldn't worry too much about that then. It should improve. Weed control on that's not very good, is it? Well, the third one. Nitrogen's bad, but that'll change. Weed. This we can't. Does that count as that? Maybe. Oh, actually, there's an early morning test trizon, isn't there? Let's do that. Got this bit here. It's not really going to do much, is it? I don't think... I'll have a look at the... annoyingly, I'm struggling with game crashes again because an absolute worldie of a flatbed came up on the sale and I wanted to get it. Well, I did get it, and it crashed. Now it's not come up. That's come up instead. So I'm sad-faced. Right, let's give this a really good test. We'll be too near the cows. Won't be too near anything really. So, where are we? Here. Potentially that. But maybe not that. Let's get to that field. Definitely know that could be adjusted. And then if that doesn't work, I know it's because there's just no weeds on there, so we can't do anything until there's weeds. Their field's dealt with. Let's get that gate shut. Oh, walk into that. Break my nose on that, lovely. Little tip down there. Field's open, I think. Yeah, I don't think I bothered. Ooh, we've got some growth. Aren't we in June? So I think July time we might be able to get a bit of harvesting done. $53 on the score. Obviously there's no weeds, so it's not going to do anything. It's not going to cost any. Ingredient. Yes, you see? You see? Somewhere we need to put some down. I don't really want to do the episode just me going around doing this, so let's we're 53 overall. I'm going to come back to you having just, I mean, you can have a quick look at the scores to see what's happening. 36, 57, 47. I'm going to come back to you. Literally split seconds, but a few seconds for you. And you'll find out whether there's been a change. 53 was the score, wasn't it? Yes. Right. Progress has been made. Dramatic pause as I was considering whether progress is the right word. Hold up, mate. Can fly around it. It's 30-mile-an-hour zone, this. Let's just put that away. It's pretty stressful because obviously we started about 7 o'clock, so it's now 9 o'clock. But I shall show you what's happened, basically. This is Court Farm. Can't quite get all of this because the size of this, there's buildings in the way basically, so you can't get to it. That pretty much done. They are all pretty much done. I've got that up, that up. Us. No, back in. That one's up. That one's up. That one's up. That was a pain. This one is up. That was an absolute nightmare, but that's up. Not sure we should even bother ever cutting that, if I'm honest, because I don't think there's enough value in it. That is now up. That's the cow field I'm not going to touch. We're up to 66. That I can't get to move anywhere because, again, buildings. And I think the only way to get a 100% perfect score, you'd need a really small I just gonna need some fuel and maintenance. You'd need a really small precision farming ready sprayer. Off the top of my head, I don't think there is one. Let's bring this into the garage. Right, what we're going to do is, the grass definitely over here looks ready for making hay, but I'm just wondering, Christ, mess I've made there. What time are we on? That's alright, it was all done off camera. There's no point cutting this, because what's 2 bales off it. Again, there's no point on that. This, I think there is a potential to do that, but I'm not sure that I want to do it at the minute. But certainly taking the back end off is possible. We could actually make it a bit neater for the visitors. That's horrible, that's horrible, that's not ours. And as much as I'd like it, because that is the stone bridge of Stonebridge Farm, I think. That would be good to have, but that means taking all of the who owns this? That's right in between. It would mean taking all of the periphery. So I think the only actual field that we own with grass is this. Just check the map a minute. Yeah. We could take that over, and that would give us that as well. And that. But if we did, it would all need to be soil sampled, because it would ruin everything that we've done. But that's it, we don't own any other grass fields. So we could cut that. This would be quite good if Court Farm could get that. If we've got the hay, Court Farm don't need it. They predominantly would be better off used. This is better to be used as a silage field. Potentially that can be, there's a fair bit of grass on there if we wanted to do hay on that. And then the other one is a silage field. Never really used silage harvesters. We could do the sheep pen there. No, we could do the pig pen. That's silage field. That's where the bread and butter of the money's coming in there. You're not making money off hay. You only need enough hay for you to use for your animals. This is pretty much golden for making hay though. All of this. So we can come up and do that. get it cut, leave it, and then what do I do about the pig pen? If I cut it, where's the pigs? If I did cut it, I would then have to do all the... I'd then have to go and spray it again, which I could do, I suppose. It won't register as a field unless I cut it. I could attempt it off camera. If it doesn't work, go back. Well, I tell you what, let's do this. Let me just save it. Let's find out how much the periphery is if we were to strike a deal with the council. So we could have that bits on the side and then we'd have that big field at the back. Yeah. So always save twice for good luck. My plan is cutting some hay. What? That's it? But every time you cut something, you're going to have to then soil sample it, aren't you? I think. Should I sell it back and then test it off camera? It's every time you harvest and do something, it's going to count. That's the problem. There's all of this. I don't want to risk it. I bought it by accident, haven't I? Can I sell it? Not changed our score at the minute. What do I do? Have a think about it. Let's get some equipment out. Let's go and cut some hay. Don't need these at the minute. I want to get the hay done. And I want to... Oh, now I've messed my... Now I'm really messing with my own idea. What do I want to do? Do I want the peripheries just for that bit? We do get that field at the back, but then we get all the other grass fields as well, which we don't need. But we could use, if it's only 2,000 for... I need mowers if I'm going to mow grass. Always helps. We haven't got anywhere to store it if we did. That's the problem. I'm going to leave it for this episode. Feel free to pop it in the comments if you think we should risk it. Why is that? Is that way round? Should we do the pigs field? In the periphery, 2000. It's not the sort of field that you want to go. You don't want to go around the whole map soil sampling. But that's only picking up the bits that have been harvested. If you then cut more bits, it will then show up. That's your problem, I think. Yeah, it's a very educated guess, that. I'm sure that's the case. If we I'm a bit close to that. I'm sure if we cut any grass would be classed as sort of harvested new ground, and it will then need soil sampling, so we'll never be able to get a decent score. I'm sure that's how it works. No, I'm not going to do it. Not on this episode. The pig field. We totally could. But should we? It's a question, isn't it? It's always yes, you could, but should you? Now we've just got our scores up, should we then run the risk of destroying it? That's got me torn between the options there, because we're not going to have that much hay off these, and we've got lots of cows to now provide TMR for. We won't, there's no need. We don't need to. Tell you what I've just realised I've done. another fatal error. I've got a tedder, have we? Got a windrower, but no tedder. Okay, I didn't need to put this in rows because it's going to need to be tedded. Right, okay. I'm going to have to think of a plan here. I'm going to carry on mowing and come back to you. Once on the off chance I have an idea. Not bothered about them little bits. Put myself in the mood already. Right. I've had a right good think whilst doing this mowing. And realistically, this will need tedding, potentially tedding again, because we can't just leave it bundled up like that. We can leave it out to dry out, but it's still going to need tedding either way. So I think what I'll do is go and lease a tedder for them. Nowhere to put a big... I suppose it is actually bale pallet storage. No, there's more money to be made off silage. So that's the way we'll do it. Much easier coming in and out of there. So that's all the mowing done. So post. Get those beacons on. So I shall, in fact, tell you what, let's use the fence. leave this here for a bit. I'll go and get their fen, because that needs to come back from the... they've got some hay anyway. Yeah, I'll go for a walk down. I'll get their fen, bring it back, because it's got the trailer and that stuff. Get it filled up again with a bit more of their silage. That way, down that way through the footpath. I'll lease a tedder out, just a small one. We'll get everything tedded and then it can sit and dry out. We won't get it all baled up today, we'll do that another day. Time are we on? 31 minutes. Probably sell some pallets for Court Farm, I'm thinking, to wrap it up, get them a bit of money in. Got over that. That's the footpath all the way down. I shall come back to you. In a bit. It'd be nice to ted with their tractor actually. This is a great field. I love this field. Said nobody ever. I've changed my mind again. This has been the theme of this episode. I'm not going to do the selling on this episode because we've got quite a lot of pallets back at Stonebridge. Court Farm's got quite a lot of pallets, and I've just remembered that I bought the front arm forks for the front arm attachers for Court Farm's John Deere. Which we should probably move because it's in the way of our tedder. And I forgot that I got this tedder installed, which is brilliant because it should we drop that off to them? What implements would they want for this? I'm just wondering about moving their pallets with it, whether it be, was it going to be difficult? Let's have a quick look. I'm very indecisive today, aren't I? And of course what to do with all of the hay bales, because if we're supplying the TMR, they're not ours. Do we buy them off them and store them at ours, or do we keep them all? Is there a pig down there? Oh my god, they're everywhere. Wild pigs. Getting a tractor in here to pick these up is going to be really tight. But moving bales and things, if we were to give them their own bales to do, then we just need to pull up with they've got space for it. Oh! They've got a few hay bales themselves. I'd forgot about that. So we could just give them their own. Let's get them some bale spikes then, shall we? We'll need to switch to. No, let's just drop it off. Keep that all in one episode. can all be done at another day. But the good thing about this tedder is we won't have the problem of go this way for a change. We won't have the problem of rowing it, because this will just flick it round, air it out and put it back in to a mound. We'll leave it for now. We won't collect it. We'll give it plenty of time to dry out in the June sun. We'll get it all baled up on another day and moved around. Then potentially we could just do we've got lots of silage bales. We could sell silage bales to them. Although, to be fair, I think what we'll do when we get to cutting their grass for their silage fields, we'll just pull a few bales and wrap them for them, and then keep them on hand for them. Then we just need to pop up with the mixer. Each farm has got a tractor with front arm attachers and bale grabs. We just load them up. That makes sense. Then they're pretty self-sufficient other than the equipment. They just need us to come in as contractors to do it. If I remember when that episode comes, that's what I've said I was going to do. I'll go straight down the back afterwards to Court Farm, and we'll finish at Stonebridge. Is there any options to make this a little tighter work mode? Tight as possible, isn't it? That's the best way. Yeah, see, this getting plenty of air through it to help flick all the moisture off and dry them a bit, and then they'll have all day to dry out. We can come and bale it all up in the morning. If the sheep eats them, not a problem. Fresh grass for them. Right, let's attempt to get this done in some sort of running order. And we may as well have a bit of music on, haven't we? So glad I got this downloaded. I have actually seen a farm using one of these. I thought it was a made-up thing. I don't know if I've said that before, but I thought it was a creation of the modder's imagination, but it wasn't wasn't this brand. It was a different colour. But I've actually seen it getting used in real life. Ooh. No, I'm not bothered about that. So next episode we can crack on with possibly baling the hay. We'll look at moving all the pallets and court farms. More productive use of their John Deere. And to be fair, as much as I've been jittering backwards and forwards, we've managed to put the question over whether we should buy the periphery or not, and we've got the score up really high as well, so I was feeling like I'd not actually achieved much, but we have actually got quite a bit done today. Plus, you know, 3/4 fields mowed. Off camera, I'm probably going to attempt to see what happens if I mow that. Pig field, or am I? I feel like I might do. I might do it another day because it is about 11:30 at night and I've got to get up for work at 6, so maybe not today, if I remember. But I've still got to take this back, and there's plenty to do off camera before the next episode. But we are running out of time. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please drop us a like. If you've not subscribed yet, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And if you've got any comments or suggestions, whether it be buy the periphery, don't buy the periphery, it's a nightmare, I've tried it, cut the pig farm, don't cut the pig farm, or if you just want to let me know if sometimes when you're playing you also have these points of complete confusion where you're not sure what to do for the best, so you keep changing your mind. So many options. Or any other comments, feel free to pop them in the comment section below. Until the next time, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye for now. Just gotta go and have a look at it, actually. I mean, we sprayed it, so in theory it should be decent ground. The pigs don't seem to... The pigs don't seem to be going down that end. Be a bit of a mess though, wouldn't it, getting in and out and around. Good grass though, good meadow. Anywho, until the next episode, bye bye.